How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Day Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called Square Islands. And we're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads, "Welcome farmers to Square Islands map. Your mission, young farmer, is to cultivate the lands of Square Islands and turn this peaceful small island nation into a major food producer and to export your produce to faraway lands using the island dock sell points. There are 14 fields ready for you to start working on, of which you will own 2 of them in New Farmer Start. Contracts can be taken on the remaining fields. Just call the farmers and they will be happy to provide you with work and equipment if necessary. All buildings and fences can be removed on your starter island. Bridges are connected to islands where there is a point of interest, so you can access all the sell and buy points from the get-go. For other islands, you need to connect them with the bridge, which can be purchased via the P menu under Decorations. Note, you need to own the island you want to connect the bridge from first. The alternative is to use Landscape tool to connect the islands through, though this is more expensive this way. The benefit of it, you get larger islands and more land to farm. The map. 40 islands, 39 purchasable. 51 farmlands, 47 purchasable. Farmland 1 is the ocean and can be purchased for peanuts if you so desire. You can then expand your islands with more farmlands with a bit of landscaping. Dairy and sawmill production, 8-ish islands with forest. Larry's wood sell point. An export dock to sell wood, produce, and bulk for the better price. Not all items are sold at the premium price. DLC items can be sold at sell points. Free water points at starter farm. Water cannot be taken from the ocean as it is salt water. Animal dealer. Manure buy point. Lime seed and fertilizer buying stations. 12 collectibles. A maze that you can purchase and turn into farmland once the challenge has been completed. The 2 billboards on the map island cannot be removed in-game. The following mods are required for this map: Pack of Fences, Water Pack. Have Fun Farmer. There are mods required for this map, as it previously mentioned: the Water Pack by Omatana and the Pack of Fences by Fudzo. This map was created by Farmer Rabbit and is 138.61 megabytes to download. And if we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. We start out here in the middle island towards the northwest corner of it. We start out by owning farmlands number 2 and 3, 2 being our 2 starter fields, which is a wheat and barley field. The wheat field is ready to harvest, but the barley field is still growing. And then the farmland number 3 is the main starting farm. You cannot purchase all of the islands. The center island here where we start out at is the only island I can tell that you cannot purchase. The other islands do vary in price. You get some of these smaller ones here in the middle where you get 36,000, 38,000. You get this one here at 75,000, 37, 38, and so on and so forth, until you start getting to some of these bigger islands towards the outer perimeter. 197,000. You got 230,000, 230,000, and yeah, about looks like 230,000 is about the maximum cap you can expect to spend on any one of the islands. Let's see, scroll down. No animals to start out with. Contracts are available on this map. No production chains to start out with, and there are collectibles, 12 of them to be precise. If we take a look at mods specific to this map, starting out in the buy menu, we have no mod specific to this map in the buy menu, but under the build menu. Starting out under buildings, nothing under sheds, but under silos, we scroll all the way to the right, you'll see Square Islands mod. That is a mod specific to this map. There is nothing under silo extensions, containers, tools, or farmhouses. There is nothing under all of the production tabs, nothing under animals, but under decorations. If we take a look, there is nothing under fences, nothing under lights, but under others. This is where you can purchase the bridges that you can connect to other bits on the map. And then lastly, under landscaping, we do have several additional painting swatches, but there is nothing under trees or plants. Now we start out here at the main shop area. Shop trigger right here. We do have a forklift that you can use and is ready to be charged. And then around the back side over here, we have a repair trigger. Now we'll go ahead and hop in our truck and start making our way around the islands. Right here. So going right across the street, we have, right back here, the Bulk Bonanza sell point, and then the Spinning Yarn sell point. Come back out. Over here, we have the sawmill. This is the Miller Sawmill for $25,000. You can purchase this. And, oops, I'm caught. We have our wood chip output right here. We have our input right here with a wood cell trigger right over here. And our output is right back here. Over here, we have two buy points. First one is the fertilizer container. That's the one on the right. And then the seed container, that is the one on the left. And now, around the back side over here, we have the animal dealer. You can come to this location when you have pen and pastures already installed on the map. You can use this icon or this same icon at those pen and pastures to purchase your animals. If you use this icon directly, though, you will incur an additional fee. That fee is associated to a delivery fee. The animal dealer themselves is going to take the animals from this location and ship them over to wherever your pens and pastures are located. Now, it does get expensive by using the animal dealer directly. You can pay up to $100 per adult cow. Now, that adds up pretty quickly, especially depending on how many you're going to purchase. So, an easy way to be able to save that money, bring an animal trailer to this location, park it inside the box here, and then use the animal dialogue box. You will then load all your animals that you want to purchase into your animal trailer. You can then ship them over to your pen and pasture wherever it's located yourself, and you save that money. So, depending on how many animals you're going to purchase, it'll make the transaction a little bit more desirable. Now, directly in front of me is the Farmers Market sell point. We have the manure heap buy point over here. Right here, we have the Barron's Bales sell point. We have a gas station right here. It is the Turbo Refuel Hub, and then a biomethane station is parked right in between the pumps there. And then around the back side over here, we have a little bit of hazing. It's supposed to be on the road there, but you can see that it's just kind of hanging out there. Don't know what the story with that is. We have the Moolicious production point. This is just a dairy where you can produce cheese and butter. We have our output here, and our input is around the back side right there. So now we have taken in everything on this island that we need to take in. So now we're going to go to one island to the south to our starting farm, which is right here. So because we're at our starting farm, you can see all our starting equipment right there. Let's go ahead and check out what we got. Under the buy menu, under owned items, we start out with, under medium tractors, a John Deere 4755 and a Rosselmash Harvester Nova 330. Under forklifts, we have the Jungheinrich EFG S50. Under cars, we have the Lizard Pickup 1986. Trailers, the Crampy Half-Pipe HP20, the header for a Rosselmash. Under plows, we have the Poniger Servo 25. Under cultivators, the Raby EG39. Under seeders, the Nordstein HK25 and S3030. And under weights, we have the AGCO 650. So that is everything here. We have our main starting silo right there, sleep trigger right over here, and behind me is a water well. This is the stone well. It should be just a purchasing point for water. And based on the description, it sounded like that's going to be a free buy point. So that's pretty awesome. Ooh, and that's not where I meant to turn. over here is where I meant to turn. So now we're going to head out back, cross over this island, and we're just going to follow this track all the way out to our next point of interest. And coming into view is the point of interest. There we go. Here to my left is the wood export dock. That is a sell point. And the export dock to my right is another sell point. And now we have one more point of interest. We have to backtrack through everything to get there. So let's go ahead and make our way, ooh, easy. Make our way back to the shop area where all of the kind of sell points are, right there in the middle. We'll make our way through there, and then we're just going to pass right on through. There we go. We have our main starting farm coming into view. And then at the four-way here, we're going to make a right. Follow this road around, and you can see that the next point of interest came up right there in the background. It's off to my, whoa, easy, off to the right over there. We just continue to follow this road. And now we make a right, and our last point of interest is tucked away right in here. This right here in front of me is Larry's Lumberyard sell point, and that's it. That is everything to show here on Square Islands. Now is time to render my opinion and let you know what I think. 0 to 5 scale as per usual. Oh boy. All right. So I'm just going to come right out and say it. I am not a fan of this at all. I think that this is the most immersion breaking map I've ever been on whatsoever. This map just does not, it doesn't feel real at all. Now, you know what, let me rephrase that. Let me put it in a different way. Part of Farming Simulator, and part of the things that I like about it, is that it gives you that sense of, I am a farmer, I am going to put in the work that is necessary in order to build up the farm, be able to build up resources, and so on and so forth. Well, you kind of break that into two separate parts. First one being, I am a farmer, and the next one, I need to build up my farm and gather up as many resources as I possibly can. Well, this map, really doesn't make you feel like a farmer per se. As more is just like a kind of, I'm here, I'm just ready to gather my resources, and that's it. Like, it doesn't feel like something that I could personally like get lost into. And those are some of the best maps that I find myself enjoying, are those maps where I just feel like I get lost in them. And this one just feels very staged, very put together, and not really one where I can just kind of shut my brain off and really just kind of take in everything. The color palette is very colorful. You get a lot of flowers that kind of line the road networks around here, so it's really kind of cartoonish, and that paired with the squared off islands and all that really makes it feel like a cartoon. It makes it feel like it's just not a part of reality. I know this isn't intended to be reality. You know, I know this map is kind of taking a very large liberty with reality. It's just meant to be a game kind of thing on this map. But again, it's one of those where I just have a very hard time with letting go of that part of it. So, all in all, what do I think of this map? 0 to 5 rating, I'd give this probably a 0.5 on the scale. I won't give it a 0 because it is a map, it is functional, and it is going to be, playable kind of thing. A 0 I typically will reserve for when it is not even playable. There's no redeeming quality to it whatsoever. But this map is just going to be one of those where you just come around and kind of just play. Like you do the thing and you just kind of build up whatever it is you want. If you're an incredibly creative person, this map can be eventually made into, something that could be found as beautiful, as desirable, as something that can be put together and really made into something. Because you can build up the islands, you can put them, together and do all that stuff. Or you can create bridges and, kind of go about things in that manner. But there's really nothing beyond that. Like you're going to have to do so much in the way of building that in order to get it to the point of it actually being within the realm of immersion having, if that all makes sense. I think it does. But just one of those that at the end of the day, it's going to take a long time before you're even at a point to where you're able to really start having something to show for all the effort and all the work that you're going to have to put into this map. So just not a map for me. I know there's going to be people out there who are going to be like, you know what, this is awesome. This is something I can really kind of let my creative juices flow, and that's great. That is amazing. Good for you. And none of this, absolutely none of this, is intended to be, hurtful or mean towards the map maker. Again, I am incredibly grateful for every single map maker out there who puts in the time and effort into learning what it takes in order to produce something on this game, and this is no exception. I might not personally like the map, but it is one of those maps that at the end of the day somebody went out and made it, and I am grateful that they made it, because there's going to be people out there who are going to like it. They're going to like the kind of creative aspects of this map, but unfortunately I'm just not one of them. So all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things. The algorithm will enjoy you doing that, shows you're engaged with this channel, enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care. Oh, and actually, it's just dawned on me. One thing I didn't show at the very beginning is when we were able to showing everything off, you can see you can purchase this kind of water area, as it's in the description, for pretty cheap, 13 grand. So just wanted to throw that out there. But again, hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.